Okay, Max Anstie, East Rutherford, right. A lot to get into, but obviously it was wet, and we know you're good in the wet. So before the main event, did you have this in mind? Like, were you starting to get a little bit excited that maybe this could be your night?
I was trying to calm it down. Every other person that I spoke to was saying, "Oh, this is going to be a bit of you right now. This is going to be a bit of you." Literally every person I walked past was like, "Oh, bet you're looking forward to this, doing the rain dance, aren't you?" But of course, in the mud, anything can happen. You know, you could crash in the first turn, and it'd be over. But you know, preparation is the key in this kind of thing. So I'm solid in the mud. I know what I need to do, but it can be anyone's game. It can go really well or really bad. So. Of course, it was unreal. Got out of the gate, you know, got out in front, was doing my laps, and my mechanic's pit board wasn't working because obviously it was wet, and he was doing this all the time, and I thought he was doing it to the lappers, like to try and get the lappers out of the way. So I was cruising the last few laps, and I was thinking, oh, okay, right. I thought it was Voland still in second, and I just had no idea. I couldn't see anyone. Obviously, it was just a blur, and my roll-offs were working good, but I got roosted by the lappers, so I couldn't really see what was going on. And I was rolling the whoops, like literally plodding through them on the last lap, thinking, don't mess this up, don't mess this up, don't mess this up. And then I heard like da 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 da, and I thought, oh, either a lapper's getting real sketchy or that's not a lapper. And I thought, oh, that's probably Jet. And the crowd were getting into it, and I was like, all right, I better wick it up now for the last two turns. But luckily, I had a big enough gap that I could manage that. I didn't actually have any idea that. Otherwise, I'd have still kept jumping the triples and stuff because I started rolling around the last few laps. But you know, won a race. We won a Supercross. It's cool. It's qualified for the SMX races. Of course, it was muddy, but man, I'll take it as it is.
I didn't think it was that bad muddy-wise. Like, the pace was still quite high. You were doing the jumps.
Yeah.
I don't know if, like, when they were prepping the track while it was lightning, if they sealed it, because it wasn't. Okay, it was muddy. It was wet. It wasn't muddy.
Yeah. Well, I was even debating on running a sand tyre, and then I thought, man, I'm glad I didn't, because it was so slippery. It was just really slick. So yeah, you could still. To be honest, I could have actually jumped more of the rhythms the first few laps. I could have probably tripled stuff. I just didn't. They taped all the holes up on the bike to obviously make sure no air got in, and I was a little worried that, all right, I didn't want to suck any air in by literally just landing straight in puddles and just taking a load of water in. But yeah, the track actually was all right. I mean, I'm sure the 450 boys had a way worse track, but our one wasn't bad. So yeah, I was pumped with it.
Last time your team prepped for rain in Tampa, your bike was slow. So I was worried about that as well, and it was smoking from like lap 2. So was it slow, and was the smoke just hot? Or?
They taped a load of the holes up, so obviously, yeah, but I think everyone was doing the same thing. But no, we've got an upgraded part, or I don't even know what it was, but if it got too wet in Tampa, it would have sucked a load of water in, whereas today it was fine. So we made 12 minutes plus 1, so I thought, man, if we can do that, then we're on for a winner. So no, it was the team done a good job. I mean, for them, like, this is absolutely unbelievable. And obviously, like, the rain changed the whole game. It was a completely different race to what it was earlier, and earlier was tough. You know, everyone was riding so fast. It's an east-west race. Like, to be honest, I wasn't really feeling it that much with the track, and then when it rained, it completely turned it around for me. So, you know, I will take it.
We'll do a longer interview tomorrow or something. But last thing, when Jet was all over you on the last lap, I was having flashbacks to San Diego 2010, also a mud race. Oh, yeah. And I was like, fuck, not again.
Not again. But that one I was in second and I was going forward.
Similar vibe.
Yeah, I'm a bit older now.
This was justice for that. Not justice, this was,
exactly. Redemption. That's it. Yeah, no, to be fair, probably a good thing I didn't think of that while I was riding. I was just, I got a little, not complacent, but I got a little too relaxed about 3 or 4, 5 laps in, and I kept saying to myself, well, I've got to hit my marks, I've got to keep focused, otherwise it'll be easy to just throw it away, because it was kind of going quite easy. And then when I got into the lappers, things started getting a little saucy, because I didn't want to jump the jumps with the lappers, because I was like, I don't want to mess this up, I don't want to land on one or do anything crazy. So I was being extra careful, and then obviously losing a lot of time, which I didn't realise at the time. But no, we got it done. I'll take it as it is, and definitely, move on to next week.